What's going on, guys? It's Lycor here, and welcome to a guide video. So I'm going to be playing some Murdock this game, and the augment that I'm going to choose is going to be Justice's Reach.
Time's running out.
This is actually a pretty good ability right here. This martial law is pretty good. Increased ability damage, ultimate damage. And I get plus 50 gold on hero kill. Like, that's pretty good. But I'm going to get this one because I'm going to be going for an attack speed build because it's really good with Murdock and his passive. Next one that I want to do, I'm fine with the ultimate one, with the Ultimatum. And yeah, Executioner's pretty good, because whenever they get below 40% max HP, I'll do increased damage. So the way that Murdock's passive works is essentially every 5th shot will have an increased range. You can see how far that range is for that basic. So I want to build attack speed so that every 5th shot will come around a lot quicker, so that I can hit those increased damage and longer range shots. That's another reason why I got Justice's Reach, is because it now pierces units and it has a plus 300 additional range, so it's even farther than the video shows. Besides that, based off this team comp, it seems like we have quite a bit of CC, some slowing on Faye Steel with his ult and his Q, which does a stun. My traps, we have Quang Tether, they have a Wukong with a push and Chimera with an ult stun, and yeah, all that. So anyways, since I'm playing ADC carry, you just get Marksman Crest, because it's just going to be a very basic carry game. First ability that I'm going to get, a lot of people like to get the shotgun blast. I actually like to get my E so that I can go in sooner. Now, a lot of people might be like, okay, why'd you do that? Your right click is better because so and so. Essentially, I just want to get my E so I have some type of escape in case this, it looks like it's going to be an Argus support and Skylar. They have quite a bit of movement, so I kind of want to have that movement for my first thing. I'm not going to focus on leveling that up entirely. I just want it for my first ability. And I'm going to be getting Lightning Hawk first because it will help with clearing wave, and it will give me quite a bit of damage and some slowing too, which will help me get kills. You can see in the bottom left by my abilities that every 5th one I now do increased damage. My shots now pierce whenever it gets to that too, so it can shoot through minion wave. And you can see that these guys are holding minions really close to them. But yeah, see, this is why I wanted this first, was so I can like run up on them like that and do quite a bit of damage. Besides that, the second ability that I'm going to be getting is going to be my right click shotgun, so that I can knock back that Argus whenever he goes to chase me down. Because with his augment, whenever he does that big shred like that, for as long as he has mana, he's going to be able to run me down. It's really quite annoying. I also want to be focused on getting those last hits on minions. You can see I just missed one there. But whenever it gets down low enough, like right there, then it's just enough to be able to do damage on it. So I was able to kind of push back that Skylar and do some damage. We have a Yurei here.
I'll soften them up for you.
Okay, so I just lagged there really bad. I don't know why, but this game has a pretty big issue with just randomly lagging. Kind of looks like that steel's just kind of chilling. I'm not worried about it. Missing right. Oh, okay. So steel wants us to go get that thing, so on my way. I shouldn't have stayed over here to do that. This Argus can get a stun on me, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry about that Discord ping. I had someone join this call that I'm in, but I'm deafened, so you won't be able to hear him. So I managed to get away with my blink, just to kind of save myself. I'm also building the Aeroblast first. Arbalist? Actually, robust Arbalist, I guess. First, so that I can get more attack speed and some crit. Rapid is also a pretty good first tier 2 to get. This phase, I'm really mad at this Yore, so that's pretty funny. But yeah, besides that, that steel really wanted to go for that gold. I don't think it was worth it to push over like that, and it ended up costing him his life, even with me there. I tried to go over there to get that last hit. I just was not able to. I'm gonna hit her and kind of peel away these minions. But as you can see, I was able to use that shotgun blast to peel that Chimera away. Okay, that steel's just dead there. There's nothing I can do about that. He keeps overextending quite a bit. That's not where you want to position yourself as steel. And I have to position myself to be farther away from enemies so that I'm not, you know, getting hit there. I don't want to push up much farther than this. And I'm actually... No, I meant right. I meant right. Is what I meant to say. That phase already pretty mad, so that might have just made her even more mad. But yeah, I have no idea where this right lane went. As you can see, I'm not using a single ability right now because I don't need to. And in fact, I need to just be last hitting minions here to freeze my wave. Freezing your wave essentially just means... not that, but essentially it just means that I'm keeping my wave here for as long as possible so that they don't get any farm from it. I don't know what that steel is doing over there. He's actually playing really, really dumb. I don't know why he's being like that. But yeah, so because both of them are there and this Kai is over here, I just have to stay by my tower. That Argus has a stun, and yeah. And it looks like that Yure is going to let that Fae die because they were being mean to them earlier. I don't entirely blame her, but it is what it is. Missing right. I do not have my ult. So they're blaming me for not rotating over, but even if I rotate over here, it's not going to be able to do much. Or, well, I thought that they were going to blame me for it. Maybe not. Okay, so they're both pretty low. Faye might be able to get a kill on both of them. Maybe. Okay. So, whenever I do basic attacks, as you can tell, I get slowed down from doing my basic attacks. So, while I was doing that, You can tell that I just kind of tried to back away after I did like a speck of damage. I just missed both of those. And I hope that that steel was also hitting that wave there. So I just kind of lost those hits and stuff. Steel will normally tank this, but I wasn't paying attention for it. Just like how he wasn't really paying attention to where that Skylar was. Skylar destroyed that plant so that if we go back over there, we can't get away. So I'm just gonna say be right back with, you know, notify, and yeah, get out of there. I'm gonna get rapid, and I'll get that. They just got Fangtooth. We should have had that warded, or at least we should have tried to be closer for that. I'm gonna rotate over here by my teammates to try and help kill this Wukong. Real quick. There's a chance.
I must return to
maybe? I don't actually know. You can also see, because I got too close, those minions are really targeting me there. So, I'm on the way. I thought I would be able to hit a shotgun blast on him and get that kill, but I wasn't able to. I'm just gonna go ahead and blink away. That's kind of a burn on my blink. Okay, so see how that Argus just blinked straight through that steel? That's what you want to have happen there. So that's pretty good though. Argus burned his steel. I'm gonna try to get this steel, burned his blink. But yeah, I want the steel to back up a little bit because it's not worth it. I was going to drop down there and get that bug that's down there because it's orange, which means it's attack speed. But yeah, I can't fight that Wukong with that. And this steel is just not the smartest guy at all. I don't know why he keeps going in like this. It honestly should not be happening like this. I'm just gonna head right. Looks like this Faye's dead. Yep. I wonder if she's just gonna blame us. I don't know what to do there. Because if I was to stay there, I would die too. I can go in and I can try and do some damage and stuff to them, but it's not going to matter if I'm doing damage. And with the way that ADC is set up, I need to kind of balance out like what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and head mid. If I had Vank there, which doesn't execute whenever they're at low enough HP, I probably would have been able to get a kill there. Left A just got a double kill there. There we go. Shut down an Argus on my way right. So that's actually a pretty big pickup there.
I feel strength in my veins.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab that gray so that I have movement speed, and I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna shotgun that, and then Ure is here. So I got her with that. She was just kind of running around in circles, so I kind of figured that she was gonna run back for it, and she did. I didn't need to use shotgun blast there, but I decided to. And with the way that my augment works, I should have tried to line up that minion wave so I would have pierced all of them. So I want to focus on the on building up my my right click to peel them away. That steel shouldn't have went back in for that. I was actually fine there because I was about to get enough mana to be able to push that Kai away from me. I appreciate that steel trying to keep me from dying. Still though, I was perfectly placed and he didn't need to go into that. So I finished building Lightning Hawk, and I'm now building towards Vanquisher because of that execute, which is really good with my ult. My ult goes through all walls, and it can execute people with Vank. So I essentially want to have that built so that, you know, oh, look over there, that Wukong is super low. I can hit that, and then if he was low enough, then I would have been able to execute him with Vanquisher. So these guys are gonna try to get this Fangtooth. Okay. We did just enough to be able to kill that that Mori there. Our Yurei came in and she got the kill on that Fangtooth, and it seems like she got the kill on that yeah. So I'm just gonna back up because Wukong has a big stun. And whenever he goes to do his stun, he'll spin his staff in front of him, which nullifies all ranged attacks. If I have like a ranged stun, it nulls it. He also has that augment that makes it so that he has
on the job again.
he makes it so that he just passively, randomly gains more little minion guys that will, like, more clones that chase him around. So I can get this cleanse, which cleanses all debuffs, and it gives me a shield. I can get Eviscerator, which gives me more attack speed and helps with basic attacks, or I can get Pacifier, which lets me dash a short distance. I'm going to get this that has the cleanse, and the reason why is because they have that Kai. So that Kai can actually ult me, and his ult is a big stun that will allow him to do a bunch of damage to me. So instead, I'm going to build that cleanse, so if Kai jumps on me, to try and hit that ult. As soon as he uses his ult and I'm stunned, I can use that, and then I can get away. I'm gonna go in with a steal. This steel's very aggressive, and you can see with where I'm positioning myself, I'm gonna go in just a little bit to try and, yeah, get this Yurei to go in with them, well, on them, sorry. You see that execute there? So my phase here, so she's here to save. It looks like this Wukong is going to go straight for me. He didn't actually hit me with that, so that's actually a waste of my cleanse there. But it's alright, better safe than sorry. So I can actually shotgun straight through the wall, is the reason why I keep kind of walking over to a wall and digging my nose into it, is because my shotgun can pass straight through it. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here so that I'm not splitting the XP with that Fae, and yeah. I told her to be careful, that way she'll hopefully back off, and I'm gonna go ahead and back. I'm getting Imperator, and the reason why I'm getting Imperator is so that I do 25% more damage on my crits. Excuse me. 25% more damage on my crits. That's not a very good recommended item for third. If anything, getting Tainted rounds might be better to deal with this Chimera, because he has a lot of healing built into his kit. But yeah, as you can see, I was able to cancel that, that Gideon's, dang, my shotgun damage. I was able to cancel his, like, rundown and stuff right there because of that, But you can see how much poke damage I'm doing to this Mori and stuff over here. Actually huge.
Excuse me.
So we might be able to kill that Skylar. This Yurei really wants us to go attack this Fangtooth. We can easily head over there. I'm not too worried about it because we're right here. I'm gonna go ahead and ward this right there. That way we can tell if she's pushing from lane to Fangtooth, because that Skylar is right there. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and back off. Yep. Because that Yurei has 1k on her smite, which means that she can kill that Fangtooth at 1000 HP. As you can tell though, I fully leveled my right click and I have hit 3 levels on my Q, and now I'm starting to level my E. I leveled up my Q so that I can, it's a trap that I place down, and essentially it will, if you are an enemy and you run into it, you get rooted. And you sit there and I can do a bunch of damage to you. So instead, I'm going to focus on leveling up my E. Okay, they got that Mori. Good thing I didn't waste that ult. No, I meant mid. Still on my way mid. I might be able to kill this Kai. So I just put both those right there so that that Argus can't just straight up walk over to us. Skylar jumped down. I'm gonna focus her. And now I'm gonna focus Argus. And he's dead there. And I'm gonna set this trap right behind me. Yurei's in mid. It looks like this Kai is pushing around right there. Yes, I can see you, Kai. Get off of her. Huge pull. He thought he could get away from me. It's just not worth it though. But yeah, so as you can tell, Murdock is a really, really big poke champ. Like, he's probably one of the best poke champs. I'm actually gonna drop down here. I'm gonna ward this real quick, that way I know. Yep. And I'm gonna grab that ability damage. That will increase my ult damage. And I'm actually gonna wait this 5 seconds to grab this next bug just to deny it from them having it. It's also attack speed. You'd also see that I lagged there again. This game just has a really big issue with doing that. But I'm currently 807, which means that I have a really big shutdown right now. My shutdown is a 730 gold bounty, which means don't die, pretty much. If I die with that bounty, that sucks. Because whoever kills me gets bonus gold on top of that. So they'll get like 1k gold for killing me right now. So we can see that that Quang is currently fighting a Chimera and a Mori. I'm pretty sure he's just going to die here. On my way right. Hold on, Steel. So the Steel wants me to get gold buff. So he's like, please hurry. Yeah, I got it. Gold buff just gives you gold, so you want to focus on trying to get that every now and then. It's not the most important thing, but it's still pretty important. Yeah. So, as you can see, I was just full on running down that Skylar to try and kill her there. I also do quite a bit of damage to this tower, but you have to be in the tower line in order to get that damage. So the Steel is full on body blocking me. Back up, back up. shut down. So I thought that Argus was gonna go right, so that was just a waste of my ult. I'm gonna focus Mori here because I can kill her. I think, maybe. Should be able to here. Pretty big. So I'm just kind of poking tower there. It's not gonna do a whole lot, but we can get tower right here. It's pretty big, so they all get gold for that. Yurei is going to kill Wukong here. We can just start Fangtooth, in all honesty. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my heal. Steel will body that Fangtooth. You can see how much health is regen there. He's also going to ward up there, which is really big. And I'm just gonna stay back here and just poke Fangtooth. I don't have to use my shotgun just in case an enemy runs up. And I'll say be right back. And yeah, I will head straight to Orb Prime because they want to do Orb Prime because we can rip it. Alright, I got full Tainted rounds. I'm going to start building Demolisher so that I can deal with the armor from Draconum that this Chimera has.
On my way.
Excuse me.
Yeah, so Primal Fang will give me pretty much tick damage. It's called Primordial Blaze, and it does an insane amount of damage over time. And yeah, every single one of those red hits, for those numbers, is a crit, by the way. So every single one of those is a crit, which means I'm doing increased damage. I'm gonna head right lane. Yeah.
You better back the hell up.
Yeah, I'm gonna run right lane. You can see the minions are building up. I need to get there quick. But I painted rounds, so it's pretty huge to deal with that, Chimera, because his E is a heal. And he has healing, like he has Draconum, which increases healing, and it gives him some armor, and that's why I want that shred on Demolisher. And I don't even really have to worry about last hitting minions here because of how much damage I'm doing. It's just kind of a... Yeah. So, I just pinged that a billion bazillion times. There's that cleanse that I just used there. And look at how much he just got punished for doing that there. Huge. Primordial Blaze is what did enough damage to be able to kill that Wukong, unless maybe it was the range from that basic attack. Minor augment there. But, oh, they surrendered. I believe I was 1109, I think? 1109? Maybe I wasn't. That was honestly a really, really good team comp. So we had so much CC from the Steel and then the Fae ult and then the Quang. Me and Yurei were able to just go in and wipe the floor with them. Same thing for that Fae. We honestly didn't... I don't think we had that Quang in very many team fights except for maybe in mid. But a lot of those ending team fights came down to just us four running it down and just getting those kills. But yeah, so that cleanse is really good for dealing with that Chimera ult. That's why I got that. Vank, really big execute item. Lightning Hawk is also really good for that attack speed, because I was going for attack speed to get that passive more. Well, yeah, to get that passive activated more every 5th attack. As you can see, I had the largest killing spree. I had the largest multi-kill of 2. Not very many that game. I think it was pretty split up for everyone for kills between, well, us 3, I guess. I did the most physical damage to heroes. You can see that big gap. It's because of the way that I was positioning, and then the way that I was like, it kind of seemed like I abandoned my teammates a lot, and in a way I kind of was to an extent, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as I'm getting a big benefit from it, which this is the benefit. I was crazy fed because I wasn't losing any farm at all that game. So that's the good part about not dying. You just try not to die and you'll get fed, and then you'll be able to get your items super quick. Like, I think I started to build Tainted rounds, and I instantly got it after I backed. After we, like, wiped their team, and we got Fangtooth, so... It's worth it to not die. Try to stay alive for as long as possible. I didn't like that the steal was that aggressive, but it ended up working in our favor because he really was chasing people down and stunning people with his ult and with his smash and like dashing into them and stuff like that. So that's just the way he plays. I used it to my advantage, as you could tell. And sometimes you just have to do that in ADC. You just have a support that is either they're too far back and you kind of have to learn to play with them, or they're too far forward and you gotta kind of learn to play with it. I'm fine with playing with aggressive people just as long as we're getting a big benefit from it, and me getting fed was the benefit. Besides that, if you guys have any questions or comments about MURDOCK and how to play him, or maybe even about these other heroes, you can recommend any hero that's currently in the game for me to try and make another guide video like this about it. If you guys want also like a specific guide video on like, oh, objectives, when you should do objectives, like all that stuff, I can try to do that. It'll just take a bit longer to do that. This is just pretty much going to be a daily upload video, but it's also a guide video because the player counts have risen a lot. They've almost doubled since the last patch. So yeah, anyways, I hope that if you were watching this video as a guide, you got something good out of it. You learned a lot. If not, comment down below and, you know, let me know why. Let me know some faults and some things that I can correct, some things that I can do better about this video. And yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you subscribe if you like it. If not, I get it. Not everyone likes this content. But anyways, I still hope to see you in the next one.